Glasgow Warriors put on a show at a sold-out Scoutstoun as Dave Rennie's side earned a well-deserved 37-10 victory over Munster at Scoutstoun. In the battle of the top two sides in Conference A, the home side ran 4 tries to claim an impressive bonus point, with man of the match Finn Russell contributing 17 points in a flawless kicking performance. Under the Friday night lights, it was the Warriors who got proceedings underway in front of a sold-out crowd of 73,51 at Scoutstoun. The Warrior Nation didn't have long to wait for the first points of the night, and they went the way of the home side. Great distribution from Finn Russell and Peter Horne saw the ball worked wide to Leonardo Sardo, on as an early head injury replacement for Rory Hughes. The Italian winger accelerated through the gap, touching down for the opening try of the game. Russell's conversion was on target, and Glasgow led 70 after just 5 minutes. 3 minutes later, the British and Irish line was once again successful from the tee, kicking a penalty to extend his side's lead to 100 after Munster were penalised for holding on. The Irish side hit back, however. Sustained pressure in Glasgow's 22 eventually led to Rory Scannell finding himself in space out wide, with the centre doing well to touch down under pressure. Tyler Blayandle's conversion attempt sailed wide, leaving the score at 105 to the home team. Encounters between Glasgow and Munster have traditionally been close elephant affairs, with this one proving to be no exception as both sides battled for possession. Referee Nigel Owens was on hand to prevent matters getting out of hand, however, at one point calling all 30 players in to lay down the law. The next scoring chance fell Munster's way on the half-hour mark, as Blayandle was presented with an opportunity to narrow the gap from the tee. The New Zealander pushed his penalty attempt wide, though, as the score remained unchanged. Russell made no such mistake 4 minutes later, as the Warriors' fly half extended the lead to 135, before the Scoutstoun crowd were brought to their feet by a spectacular team try. Good hands from Tim Swinson, Scott Cummings and Ruairi Jackson set Callum Gibbons free on the wing, with the former Hurricane drawing the last man to send Lee Jones over for the score. To the delight of the home supporters, Russell added the extra 2 points from out wide, and Glasgow led by 205 at the interval. The Warriors continued from where they had left off, setting up camp in the Munster 22. Only an illegal intervention from Billy Holland prevented the home side from adding to their lead, with the Munster second row consequently shown a yellow card. Glasgow made their numerical advantage count immediately. After being stopped short of the line, Horne's wide pass found Jackson, with the fullback offloading to Nick Greig to send the centre over the line. With Russell's conversion once again on target, the score now read 275 in favour of the Warriors. Just as Glasgow were beginning to take full control, the visitors were gifted a try. George Turner's pass was picked off by Chris Farrell, with the Munster centre sprinting home from 25 metres. However, Rory Scannell, who had taken over kicking duties from Blayandle, fared no better from the tee, with the conversion sailing wide. The home side were far from discouraged from their attacking game, however. Russell continued to probe the defensive line, with a spectacular one-handed pickup delighting the Scoutstoun faithful, whilst the carrying of Gibbons and Ryan Wilson kept the Warriors on the front foot. On 55 minutes, Russell was once again on hand to punish Munster indiscipline, with his third successful penalty of the night taking the score to 30-10. Dave Rennie's men were now in command, and the try bonus point duly arrived on 62 minutes. With Glasgow keeping the tempo high, Sardo showed great determination to shrug off 4 tackles before finding Scott Cummings in support. The young Sacandro crashed over underneath the posts to make the conversion a simple one for Russell, and to take the lead to 37-10. As the game headed into the final 10 minutes, Munster continued to question the Glasgow defensive line. However, their efforts were dealt a blow as replacement Sacandro Wycherley was shown a red card by the referee, after his shoulder made contact with the head of Tim Swinson at a ruck. The Scoutstoun crowd rose to applaud their team as the final whistle blew, with the Warriors continuing their unbeaten start to the 201,718 season in the most impressive fashion. Next up for Rennie's side is Benetton Treviso, with the Italians the next visitors to Glasgow in just a week's time.